to Dillon Gabriel. Let's transition to maybe what the Texas defense is going to pose, and talk about the Texas defense, and then talk about what Dillon Gabriel needs to do to have success against this Texas defense. And like the Oklahoma defense, Texas's defense is very similar as far as the numbers they've been able to do and how they've been able to play and perform. They're giving up less than 200 yards passing per game, less than 100 yards rushing a game, right? And that's come against maybe not the best offenses, but Kansas offense is no joke. Even though they had a backup quarterback, Jason Bean is still a very serviceable, capable quarterback. Baylor's offense, okay, not great, right? Alabama's offense, Jalen Miller hit some big shots against Texas still. So I think Texas defense has played really, really well. You can expect another good showing against Dillon Gabriel. They've only had 6 interceptions, which is still a good amount, not as much as Oklahoma, but where they compare to Oklahoma is they had 15 sacks and 97 total pressures, including that big W against Bama and other teams that we mentioned. So I think the defenses are fairly similar. They get pressure on the quarterback, even if it doesn't lead to sacks all the time. 15 sacks is still a good amount of sacks. It's more than Oklahoma. Oklahoma had 11. Those are both good numbers, but it's the pressures that kind of stick out to me, with Oklahoma having over 100 and Texas having 97. It's the total pressures that they're able to do and affect the quarterback. So I think it's safe to say there's going to be pressure, or at least the attempt to continue having that pressure on Dillon Gabriel for the Texas defense. So if you're Dillon Gabriel, how do you slow down the pass rush? How do you have success against Texas? Well, it's, in my opinion, and kind of just looking at some film and looking at these numbers, it's kind of similar to Quinn Ewers. I really think there's some similar keys for Dillon Gabriel that we talked about with Quinn Ewers. And there's some differences we're going to get into. Let's talk about the similar keys. Number one, I think, is use your legs, just like we talked about Quinn using his legs. Now, Gabriel may use his legs a bit more in the run game. He's done that historically, right? He's traditionally, in the past few seasons, he's been a better athlete than Quinn, probably. Again, both good athletes, but Dillon Gabriel has used his legs a bit more. The offense has calls for the quarterback to use their legs a bit more. I think you can use your legs to slow down the pass rush, whether that is actually running or just buying time, scrambling, some outside the pocket type throws. But I do think we're going to see him use his legs a bit more. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns on the season so far. Just like we talked about, Quinn has 5, Dillon Gabriel has 4. Again, very, very similar right now. So key number 1, use your play. Key number 2, something we talked about with Texas, is the play action. Is Texas going to try to take away the play action? 58% of Oklahoma's throws are off play action. That's a huge number. And like Texas is right under 50, so they're very high too, right? That's why they're so similar. But can Texas take away the play action? If they try to take away the play action, then they're going to force Dillon Gabriel to rely on passing without the benefit of the potential fake of the run, or the run. So I think if you're Oklahoma, if you're Dillon Gabriel, obviously you want to get the run game going, like we talked about Texas. You want the play action to be effective. And how do you do that? Well, you got to stay out of 3rd and longs. You got to stay out of traditional passing downs. Even if the run game isn't, lighting the world on fire, if you're 2nd and 7, 3rd and 5, the threat of the play action can still be effective. If you're 3rd and 10, 2nd and 12, whatever, 3rd and 15, whatever it may be, they're not going to really care about the play action. It's not going to pull the defense forward. It's not going to get the defense out of position. So if you can stay out of 3rd and long, so you can stay out of passing downs and just chip away, essentially, those passing plays, the play action plays, can still be effective. So key number 2, stay out of 3rd downs or stay out of 3rd and longs. If you get in 3rd and longs, you got to be successful on just straight drop passes, and you want to try to use play action to be effective like you've been doing. And number 3, this is going to be the difference between Gabriel and Quinn, right? We talked about some similarities, several keys they both need to do to have success against the defense. But the biggest difference to me, is the deep passes. Gabriel is 13 of 22 on passes more than 20 yards downfield. Again, Quinn has four completions so far. Gabriel has 13 of 20 yards downfield or more. Again, different offenses, not a bad, not a good thing, just different offenses. He's been exceptional on those deep throws. More than a third of his passing yards for the whole season has come on those 13 completions. He has, 1,500 something yards passing. Over 500 yards have come off those 13 completions. So a lot of big plays. He likes to throw those deep plays and have success in the deep plays. So I think with that, Texas obviously knows that. Texas is probably going to try to take that away. So if you're Gabriel, I think hitting on some short to medium throws often and early and consistently can lead to some of those deep passes. maybe you come out and you take some shots deep. I don't know. But I think some short to medium type throws, those mid-range throws, gets the DBs creeping a little bit, at least in theory, if you're OU. And then you can start taking those deep passes. So I'm not saying you don't want to take those deep shots because it's part of the offense. I think you need to hit on those to have success and to win. But you need to set that up properly, right? You need to have a game plan to execute on that. So again, get the DBs moving up closer, essentially, if you can continue to hit on some short to medium throws, and then you take your deep shots. So that's the overall takeaways, right? The big keys for Dillon Gabriel: use your legs to slow down the pass rush. Try to stay at a third and longs, right? You've had a lot of success on play action. If they take play action away, you need to have success without play action. The number 3, you've been exceptional on the deep throws, but use the short to medium throws to set up the deep throws against Texas. So those are kind of the key takeaways for Gabriel against Texas. And we talked about, Ewers' keys. We talked about Dillon Gabriel's keys. So if you're an Oklahoma fan or a Texas fan or just a college football fan in general, let us know your thoughts below. What keys did we miss? I know this is probably, a 12-minute video, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But just a few keys for each quarterback that they need to do to have success against these defenses. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts. If you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing. Again, we're just a big quarterback hub. We do these preview videos. We do recaps. We have several lives throughout the week. And then we have also a podcast where we have quarterbacks and former quarterbacks and coaches and current and former coaches come on and just talk about their quarterback experience. So if that interests you, please consider subscribing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts below, and we will see you next time. Peace.